Good morning, students. Hope all of you are doing well. Today I am going to discuss the relative density and its measurement by Archimedes principle. So what is Archimedes principle? What is upthrust? So those things already uh, the sir discussed in the last video. So today I will start from relative density. So at first, students, you have to know what is density. So density is the mass per unit volume, and whenever relative, so that means we have to relate with something, then we can relate and find out the density. Okay, so if equal volumes of different substances such as wood, iron, zinc, water, glycerin or mercury, etc., are weighted by a physical balance. So if you take a physical balance and you find out what is the weight, we find that their masses are different. So actually the physical balance we are used to find out the mass, not the weight. Okay, so the mass and weight, two things are the different. So mass we can use the physical balance to find out, and weight we can use the spring balance. Okay, so here actually it mentioned it is a physical balance, so we can find out the masses of those substances, and then you can find out the masses are different. So whenever you take the equal volumes of wood or equal volume of water, you can find out the masses of those substances are different. The mass of iron is mass more than the mass of an equal volume of wood. So if you compare with wood and iron, then you find out the mass of the iron is greater than or more than the mass of an equal volume of wood. So if you take the equal volume of wood and equal volume of iron, then mass of iron is always more than the mass of an equal volume of wood. Why is it? Because the particles of iron are heavier and more closely packed than those of wood. And in other words, you can say iron is denser than wood. If you want to say it is the mass of iron is more than that mass of that wood of equal volume, or otherwise you can say the iron is denser than wood. So in a similar manner, if we take equal masses of cotton and lead, say 1 kg each, we notice that their volumes are different. The volume of cotton is much larger than the volume of an equal mass of lead. This is because the particles of lead are closely packed while those of cotton are very loose. In other words, lead is denser than cotton. Thus, to explain that equal volumes of different substances have different masses, or equal masses of different substances have different volumes, we use a term called density. It is defined as follows: the density of a substance is its mass per unit volume. So density of a substance equal to mass of the substance divided by volume of the substance. So that density is a scalar quantity and it is represented by rho. So which notification we can use to represent the density? We use the rho, or you can take d. So in these two it is denoted by rho, or the density is also denoted by small d. So if mass of a substance suppose is m and the volume is f, so we know the density is the mass per unit volume. So d equals to m by v, or you can say rho equals to m by v. So what is the unit of density? So unit of density, at first you have to know what is the unit of mass and what is the unit of volume. So if you know the unit of mass and unit of volume, then easily we can find out what is the unit of density. So that SI unit, the mass is kg and the volume is meter cube. So the what will be the density? Kg per meter cube. Okay. So this is the SI unit of density is kg per meter cube. But what about the CGS system? The CGS system, the unit of mass is gram, and the CGS system, that unit of volume is centimeter cube. So the CGS unit of density is gram per centimeter cube or gram per cubic centimeter. So what is the relationship between SI and CGS unit? So 1 kg per meter cube equals to 1 kg divided by 1 meter cube. Okay, so 1 kg equals to 1000 gram and 1 meter cube is equal to 100 centimeter cube. So it will be 1 by 1000 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, so this is the relationship between SI and CGS unit. So 1 kg per meter cube equals to 10 to the power 3 10 to the power minus 3 gram per centimeter cube, or you can say 1 gram per centimeter cube equals to 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. Okay, or 1000 kg per meter cube. So if in one question, if suppose that density is given in gram per centimeter, but you have to write the answer is in kg per meter cube. So in this case, you to convert the gram per centimeter cube to kg per meter cube, simply if you multiply by 1000, then the gram per centimeter cube will be converted to kg per meter cube. Okay, so the example of 1 centimeter cube of iron is 7.8 gram. So hence the density of iron will be 7.8 gram per centimeter cube, because here you see the mass is given, it is 7.8 and volume is given is 1 centimeter cube. So as we know, rho or d equals to mass per unit volume. So density equals to mass per unit volume. So instead of mass you write down 7.8 gram and instead of volume you write down 1 centimeter cube. So the answer will be 7.8 gram per centimeter cube. Different substances have different densities. So the effect of temperature on density, most of the substances expand on heating and contract on cooling, but their mass remains unchanged. Therefore, the density of most of the substances decreases with the increase in temperature and increases with the decrease in temperature. So, you can find out the density of most of the substances decreases with increase. So, temperature, suppose the temperature is increasing, so that most of the substances, the density will be decreased and increase with the decrease in temperature. So means it is actually the reverse condition, means if the temperature is increasing, density will be decreased. If the density will increases, so that means that the temperature will be decreased. So what is the exception case? So this is the effect of temperature on density, but that is most of the substances. But we can find out here that one of the substances that actually they are not follow this condition. So the behavior of water is however very different due to its uneven expansion. Water when cooled from a high temperature contracts up to 4 degrees centigrade. Thereafter it expands below 4 degrees centigrade up to 0 degrees centigrade. Thus, the density of water gradually increases when it is cooled up to 4 degrees centigrade and then starts decreasing when it is cooled further below 4 degrees centigrade up to 0 degrees centigrade. Thus, the density of water is maximum at 4 degrees centigrade equal to 1 gram per centimeter cube or 1000 kg per meter cube. So, at 4 degrees centigrade, the density of water is maximum, and what it is? It is equal to 1 gram per centimeter cube. And if we converted this gram per centimeter cube to kg per meter cube, so as I told you as before, you have to multiply by 1000. So it will be 1000 kg per meter cube. So this value is maximum. The density of water is maximum at 4 degrees centigrade, and at 4 degrees centigrade we get this density of water, this value. So now the relative density. So we have read that density of water at 4 degrees centigrade is 1 gram per centimeter cube, or you can say 1000 kg per meter cube. Treating it as a standard, the density of a substance can be compared with the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So relative density means actually it is a relation. When we can find out what is the relation of these to this. Okay, means we have to compare actually. So in this case, the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade is maximum. So that's why we take any substance whose density we don't know. Then if we compare that density with the water density, then we can find out easily what is that unknown density means of the substance. So and the ratio is so obtained is termed as the relative density. So that density of the substance with compared to the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So that the ratio what is that is obtained is termed as the relative density of that substance. So thus the relative density of a substance is the ratio of the density of that substance to the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So relative density equals to density of substance divided by density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So the density of substance you have to break like this way. So as we know, the density is the mass per unit volume. So the mass of unit volume of substance divided by mass of unit volume of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So here mass of the substance you write down ms, and mass of an equal volume of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So it is denoted by mw. So see here one thing, students. So here you see that density of a substance is equal to rho s, and the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade is rho w. But when you break the density like a mass per unit volume. So mass of unit volume of substance divided by mass of unit volume of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So in these two things, whatever we are compare, so there we are taking a equal volume. So then can the volume will be cancelled out. So then we will get the mass of substance and divided by mass of equal volume of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So the relative density of a substance is also defined as the ratio of the mass of the substance to the mass of an equal volume of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So now is the question is, what is the unit? Because without a unit it doesn't mean anything. So what is the unit to find out the relative density? So one thing you see here, student, that relative density of a substance is defined as the ratio of the mass of a certain volume of a substance to the mass of the same volume of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So the relative density is a ratio of the same physical quantities. So it has no unit, because that is the ratio of the same physical quantity. That's why it has no unit. So here you have to keep in your mind one thing, that relative density has no unit. Why it has no unit? Because it is the ratio of the same physical quantities. So that's why it has no unit. Now is the question is that what is the relationship between the density and the relative density? So while calculating the relative density of a substance from its density or density from the relative density, we note that in CGS system the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So the relative density of a substance is equal to the numerical value of density of that substance. Thus the relative density equals to density of substance in gram per centimeter cube divided by the density of substance of same volume density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So in 4 degrees centigrade the density we know that it is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So that actually the density in gram per centimeter cube equals to, when you will multiply the cross multiplication whenever you do, then you will find out the relative density equals to density in of a substance in gram per centimeter cube. Now this is that whenever we find out that density of a substance in CGS system. But when we converted this in SI system, so simply here actually we have to multiply it by 1000. So density in kg per meter cube means 1 by 10 to the power 3. So it will be relative density into 1000. So examples is that the density of copper is 8.9 gram per centimeter cube. Its relative density is 8.9. The density of mercury is 13.6 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. So its relative density is 13.6. The relative density of silver is 10.8. Its density in serious unit is 10.8 gram per centimeter cube, and in SI unit is 10.8 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. Density, what is the difference between density and relative density? Density of a substance is the mass per unit volume of that substance, and relative density of a substance is the ratio of density of that substance to the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So what is the definition of relative density? Relative density of a substance is the ratio of density of that substance to the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. And what is density? Density of a substance is the mass per unit volume of that substance, and it is expressed in gram per centimeter cube or kg per meter cube, and the relative density has no unit. Okay, so this is the difference between density and relative density. Now, okay, so student, we know that the relative density equals to mass of the body divided by mass of water at 4 degrees centigrade of volume equal to that of the body. So using Archimedes principle, the mass of the water of the volume equal to that of the body is obtained by finding the mass of water displaced by that body when it is completely immersed in water, since a body when immersed in water displaces water equal to its own volume. So I think hope students you remember that in class 8 you learned about the water displacement method. So how you when you take a irregular solid, so mass you can find out by using a physical balance, and for to find out the volume we have to use the water displacement method. So means you have to take a measuring cylinder. So at first you put some water inside of it, and you take a reading what is the initial level of the water, and then after dip that irregular solid or fully immersed in a water, that time that how much the water level is rises. So means the final water level reading, and then you have to subtract the initial level reading from the final water level reading. How much result you will get? So that is that the volume of that irregular solid. So the relative density equals to mass of the body divided by mass of water displaced by the body. So weight of body divided by weight of water displaced by the body. So weight of body divided by loss in weight of the body in water, or means upthrust. So upthrust or the loss in weight of the body in water, the same things means at first you have to find out the weight in air, what is the weight of the body in air, and then you have to find out what is the weight of the body in water. Then whatever the difference it is, so that is the loss in weight of the body in water, or you can say it is a upthrust. So see these things actually, they break these things like this way: the weight of the body in air divided by weight of the body in air minus weight of the body in water. So this is actually that upthrust. Thus, to find relative density of a body, of a solid body, using Archimedes principle, we have to weigh the body first in air and then water. So according to Archimedes principle, by using it, so at first we have to find out the weight of the body first in air, then in water, and put the value like this way: RD equals to, so what is the weight of the body in air, that is represented by W1, And the loss of the loss in weight of the body means W1 is that what is the weight of the body in air, it is W1, and what is the weight of the body in water, W2. So W1 minus W2 is the loss in weight of the body in water, or means you can say it is the upthrust. So W1 divided by W1 minus W2. Okay. So weight and mass are related as weight equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity. So one thing students you already learned from your previous class. So weight and mass both are not the same things. Mass is the what much matter is content in a body, or how much matter is present in a body. So that is called mass, and weight is that is a force due to gravity. So weight equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity, or you can say W is equal to mg. So on weighing a body with a physical balance, this mass is expressed in kg or gram, but weight is expressed in kgf or gram f. Okay. So now we shall describe the procedure to determine the relative density of a solid in two cases: when the solid is denser than the water and insoluble in it, and when the solid is denser than water and soluble in it. So relative density of a solid denser than water and insoluble in it. So suspended, so you see this picture here, a solid is denser than water. Okay, so suspended a piece of the given solid. So this is a given solid. Now you are suspending the piece of a given solid with a thread. So see, this is a thread from a hook. So here actually they have a hook. So it is suspended from hook, and its weight is W1. We place a wooden bridge over the left pan of balance and place a beaker nearly 2/3 filled. So you see this. We take a wooden bridge and you put the beaker on it, and the beaker is nearly 2/3 filled with water on the bridge, and take care that the bridge and the beaker do not touch the pan of balance. Okay. Immerse the solid completely in water such that it does not touch the walls and bottom of beaker, and find the weight W2 of solid in water. So observation is that the weight of solid in air is W1 gf, weight of solid in water is W2 gf. So loss in weight of solid then immersed in water is W1 minus W2 gf. So relative density is equals to weight of solid in air divided by loss in weight of solid in water. So relative density equals to W1 divided by W1 minus W2. So relative density of a solid denser than water and soluble in it. So if solid is soluble in water, instead of water we take a liquid of known relative density in which solid is insoluble, and it sinks in that liquid. Then the process described above is repeated. Now relative density equals to weight of solid in air divided by loss in weight of solid in liquid into RD of liquid. RD means relative density of liquid. So determination of relative density of a solid by Archimedes principle. By definition, relative density of a liquid is given as that relative density equals to weight of a given volume of the liquid divided by weight of the same volume of water. Okay. So always we see that we compare with water by Archimedes principle. If a solid is immersed in a liquid or water, it displaces the liquid or water equal to its own volume. So therefore the above equation takes the form is weight of liquid displaces by a body and the weight of water displaced by the same body. Okay. So that weight of liquid displaced by a body or weight of water displaced by the same body. So the weight of the body in air minus weight of the body in liquid, means you have to break this thing. So as I told you as before, at first you have to find out the weight in air and then you have to find out the weight in liquid. So that's why it's break like this way: weight of the body in air minus weight of the body in liquid divided by weight of the body in air minus weight of the body in water. Thus to find the relative density of a liquid, Using Archimedes principle, we take a body which is heavier than both the given liquid and water and also insoluble in both. The body is first weighted in air, then in liquid, then after it washing it with water and drying, it is weighted in water. If the weight of the body in air is W1 GF and in liquid is W2 GF and in water is W3 GF, then the formula will be W1 minus W2 divided by W1 minus W3. Okay, so like this way, you have to, by using this formula, you have to solve the questions. Okay, so here have some examples and it's already solved. So student, I want you at first you try to solve this past numericals problem. So I want all please you see this one I provided you in my last class as a worksheet. So at first student, I want to at first you finish this one, then I will start the next part flotation. Okay, so this part I will start the next week. Okay, so hope student you understood how to solve this question. You please try at first, and also I will discuss the numerical problem in the live class also. So at first you try it, all questions, all answer of this numerical I will discuss in the live class. Okay, so hope student you understood. Bye, take care, have a good day.